The next recipient is someone near and dear to the hearts of many of us at the Fisher House Foundation, and I must say on a personal note, she has become, along with Mason, a member of my extended family. She has stayed with us on 3 separate occasions following the life-threatening injuries she sustained while on deployment in Iraq. However, as Sergeant First Class Elizabeth Marks can attest, the mission of Fisher House does not just stop once a service member or veteran's stay at one of our houses ends. We are here for them as their community of support as they seek to rebuild their lives, and in this case, through our support of adaptive sporting events. In 2011, the Fisher House Foundation created the Department of Defense Warrior Games Family Program and has since established a partnership with the Invictus Games because together we know that healing process takes time, community, and family. I am personally so proud of Ellie's accomplishments. I'm proud to have been a part of her support system, and I'm proud to call both her and her husband Mason friends, family members, and so much more. While she credits the time she spent with us for helping to motivate her and to save her military career, she has given equally, if not above and beyond, to benefit her fellow service members in return. Now, if you would, please direct your attention to the screen or screens actually, for a special presentation.
Good evening, everyone, especially those who are serving, have served, and continue to serve. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of presenting this year's Soldier of the Year award. I first met Sergeant First Class Elizabeth Marks at the Invictus Games in Orlando 2016, where I presented her with not 1, but 4 gold medals that she'd won in swimming. To me, she epitomizes the courage, resilience, and determination represented across our service community. And this is not just because of her swimming abilities. Ellie has courageously overcome every obstacle to cross her path. She has turned her pain into purpose and led through compassion and willpower, showing others that the impossible is indeed possible. Despite the injuries she endured during her deployment as a medical assistant in Iraq, along with numerous surgeries and setbacks that would have deterred many, she has persevered tirelessly, becoming the first woman in the Army's world-class athlete program, as well as the first swimmer the program had ever seen. She's also taken her recovery a step further, using her experiences and achievements to inspire and assist others in their mental and physical journey into sport, ensuring those who can't see a way out or through are introduced to the medicine of sport that saved her too. Through the Invictus community, she has supported so many, coaching Ukraine and Colombia when they've needed it the most, always remembering what it was like at the beginning of the healing journey. Ellie, you embody the Invictus spirit through your selfless service. You know that sport doesn't just save lives, it transforms them for the better. And in finding your own cure, you've helped countless brothers and sisters in staying alive. Your unwavering commitment serves as a beacon of inspiration, offering hope and setting a powerful example for others to follow. I am honored to call you my friend and can't thank you enough for being you, and for Mason, your husband, being so supportive of you. To all the service members in the room tonight, past and present, know that your community and indeed the international community is grateful. Grateful for all the sacrifices you and your families have made, grateful for your service to your country, grateful for continuing the important values we learned. Tonight is for you. Thank you for all that you've done.
And now please welcome to the stage General James Mingus, Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, to formally introduce the 2024 Soldier of the Year. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening. Everybody good after lunch or dinner? Well done to everybody that had a part in putting that together. It was great. And thanks to Military Times and everybody else. Jen, you're doing a great job tonight. Appreciate your support for this event. Following this, though, I now kind of have an appreciation for what would, if you were a third-rate garage band that had followed the Beatles in like the 1960s or something. But I am truly humbled to be here and even be amongst everybody tonight that's going to be honored, but in particular for the Army, as kind of talked about earlier, Sergeant First Class Ellie Marks. Why did she join the Army? So her dad, former Marine, worked in a veterans hospital. It was her second home, spent a lot of time there, picking people's brains, talking to them, hearing their stories, and she was inspired, and it made her want to commit to serve. So in 2008, she joined the Army. Combat medic. Not long after that, she deployed to Iraq, where she was severely injured, almost completely lost the use of her hips. So what did Ellie do? She started to train. She started to swim. She started to do wheelchair stuff. She met her husband. She continued to just excel and do amazing things in spite of those injuries. In 2014, her lungs completely were lost. She was intubated, went into a coma, months and months and months to recover. Tremendous setback. What did Ellie do? She continued to train, she continued to win, and she continued to inspire others. 2017, another setback. Due to those original injuries, the ultimate decision for a below-the-knee amputation was made. And another setback. What did Ellie do? She continued to train, she continued to win, and she continued to inspire others. The one piece that I am going to read, because there's so many in here, I don't want to get this part wrong. Decorated athlete in the U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program. 5 Paralympic medals, 10 world records, 15 American records, countless gold, silver, and bronze medals. Just an amazing inspiration for all of us. When you ask her why does she continue to serve, like most heroes, I just want to be able to give back, and I'd like to be able to inspire and help others. I am in absolute hopes and desire that we see her this summer in Paris. She's on her way. She's got one more step. So let's all give Ellie a round of applause and welcome her to the stage. But we're first going to watch a movie.
Please welcome the 2020.
I joined the military at 17. I enlisted as a combat medic. My father is a Marine, and he served in Vietnam, and he worked at a VA hospital for my whole life as a maintenance man. So I thought that I had 100 grandpas. When I joined the military, I had graduated a program called the Arizona Project Challenge. It was an academy for at-risk youth, just 16 and 19. And it was run by a lot of prior service members and people in the National Guard. I already had a deep love for their selfless service. And then when I was injured, it was people who had gone through their own traumas and were trying to reset their life, who took it upon themselves to give me the knowledge they had. I'm an accidental athlete. I was injured by 19. I was recovering at Brooke Army Medical Center, and I was really angry, and I needed a way to channel that was healthy. And so I went to the pool, stayed in the military in hopes that nobody would feel like I felt, which was numb.
She's up at about 4 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and then she'll swim Monday through Saturday, once a day, lift 4 days a week. Any free time she has, she spends in the pool helping service members who are injured, ill, sick, or wounded.
Let's do another 25 like that.
She's a professional athlete, full-time NCO, non-commissioned officer in the Army with hundreds of soldiers underneath her, and she's taking time out of her day to come and train us. It was an eye-opener for many reasons that she's been through hell and back. She's fighting through, and not only is she pushing towards her goals.
To be really honest, she is what we always call a selfless servant. She is here to help. She is always, every day she walks in my office, it's Miss Bev, what do you need from me? How can I help you?
When Team Ukraine, there was the end of the swim race, and a couple of their athletes were going for their individual medals, so they backed out, and they still needed athletes. She comes up to me and says, hey, do you want to jump on and swim with these guys? And for me, it was huge.
Вечором перед самими запливами вона собрала нас всіх і сказала таку фразу: «Подумайте, навіщо ви пливете». Коли я приїхав в Україну, мені предложив начальник госпіталя працювати інструктором, тренером по плаванню в басейні нашому. Елі одною фразою направила мене на той шлях, на якому я зараз.
I hope to represent the World Class Athlete Program in Paris. I hope to represent ill, sick, and injured service members. I hope to continue to serve our community. I've had the honor of serving ill, sick, injured, and wounded from every branch of service and our allied nations. And so I just want to continue to drive that forward. The more people we can bring up, the more success we have as far as medals or what I do in this uniform. That's to be seen.
Please welcome the 2024 Soldier of the Year, Sergeant First Class Elizabeth Marks.
It's weird to be walking around with the Army song playing. That's new. Excuse me while I pull out my remarks. Multiple people have already made me cry this evening, so I need a moment. First, I'm honored to be on a list with such amazing service members. It's been a joy getting to meet you guys and hear your stories. For the other recipients this evening, thank you for taking the time to get to know me, and thank you for letting me get to know you. I can't believe that I get to stand next to you, so sorry for bringing down the class a little bit. I am also very honored to represent a community of ill, sick, and injured service members. When I first heard about this from Ms. Facer, I thought I can think of 10 or 20 people who deserve this more than me. And unfortunately, a lot of those names aren't here with us, so hopefully I can do them proud this evening. Thank you, Kelly, Chris, Dean, Military Times, for making this one of the most comfortable, visible events that I've ever been a part of. Your love shines through your work, and you can tell that this is all about the service members, so thank you. Thank you to the people in my corner, even though you made me cry, Mr. Fisher. My husband, the World Class Athlete Program, my military brothers and sisters, you guys loved me well before I was ready to love myself. So thank you for lifting me up every day. Thank you to veteran and military nonprofits for picking up the pieces that we break. And thank you to Fisher House Foundation for making me believe that those pieces are better because of it. You're a part of my family, and you're stuck with me. My father is a Vietnam veteran and a Marine. Thought some of that might happen. Yep, there it is. Yep. Lovely. Not me, him. And so it's with heartfelt thanks that I thank all of the veterans who came before me, who advocated so that I could have the opportunities that I have, so that I can still continue to serve and to be proud of the wounds that I have and to wear them. It's also because of them that I realize that it's my responsibility to do the same. So here's the hard part. I want to say thank you to the people that failed me. I want to say thank you to the individuals in leadership positions who showed me what not to become. Without you, I wouldn't have the perspective and empathy to see service members as they deserve. Too often we treat those who ask for help as villains. We forget our promises made. And because of those things, suicide is a leading cause of death within our ranks. Suicide isn't killing our people. Neglect is. There will never be a rank, a medal, or an accolade that means more to me than the lives I couldn't save. Sorry. I achieve, suffer, and cry for people that are long gone from this world in hopes that we know add to their ranks. We're failing each other during and after service, and we have to do better. And I know this is overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed, obviously. But I'm desperate to know. I'm desperate to be invited to the table. I want to help, and I think many people do. So please invite us to the table. We don't need surveys and long, complicated initiatives. We need real actions taken for quality of life of our service members. And if you don't hear anything else that I say this evening, please hear this. If you want to know how your service members are doing, go support Warrior Games. But this is the important part. Take your rank off, wear civilian clothes, sit with your service members, and speak to them. And better still, talk to their families. I will always serve my military community, in or out of this uniform, because I am my brother's keeper. If I could propose a toast, my husband has to bring me my flask, sorry. I am a Marine's daughter. May your legacy be reflected in those you serve. Thank you for my time. Thank you for this prestigious award. I don't deserve it, but I want to. Thank you.